Hi, this is Tony. Thanks for watching my channel, and I am so excited to talk to you about my solar service experience. I do want to give you a context why I'm even talking about this, and number one, I don't work for the solar company, and number two, this is just literally a positive experience. Later on in the video, I'll show you a true testimonial, or like literally true figures of my bills and how that's completely changed the way I consume energy. And number one, this is important to me because I'd like to save the planet. I think we all hear about climate issues left and right, and this is one of the many efforts that I'm doing to help the planet and conserve energy. And Colorado in particular has the most number of sunshine or sunlight in the year, contrary to Florida being the sunshine state. But Colorado actually gets really good exposure to sun, and I think it's because of the altitude or the elevation, but we do get quite a bit of sunlight. So that's number one key for me when I was making that determination. Well, does it make sense? You know, we get snow here, but yes, we get over 300 days of sunshine or sunlight, and why not? Might as well harvest it. And specifically, I do want to talk about how positive experience this is and what that means for you in your pocket. And again, a little bit of real estate, a little bit of financial. I do want to empower you. I'm saving money, a ton of money. In the graphs and data that I'll show you how much money I'm saving, and you know how this makes a difference. But I do want to highlight that Sunrun in particular is actually having a promotions, and one of them, so if you sign up, you know, before December 31st, 2020, you will get $500 of Visa gift card. The second bonus item that I'd like to talk about that I didn't even get even when I signed up for the service. I mean, mind you, I've only had the service for about going on 2 years. I signed up sometime late last year or midway of 2019, and what Sunrun is offering is $1 per month for the first 6 months if you choose to lease, that is after the service has been turned on. And the last thing, which again I think this is a bonus, I'm not even sure that I got anything either, but you're going to get 15% Costco shop card if you choose to finance or own your own Sunrun system through Costco. So again, I think these are fantastic, phenomenal perks. So again, the thing is, the deadline for the promotion is December of 31st, 2020. So if you are interested, there's a link below to get your information, and I'll hook you up to get these perks. Again, I don't work for the company, and I will never sell your information to anybody. I don't need your information to sell them. But anyway, so moving on. My experience, it's quite a lengthy experience, to tell you honestly. It's not just like a one-time thing and switch. It's a process. It took maybe 2 to 3 months to actually get the solar panels installed. So what's going to happen is, one, you're going to meet with your consultant and discuss your trends or your energy use and how Sunrun can qualify you for solar service. And of course, there's a lot of things that go on, and it was really eye-opening to go through the process, because again, it took a lot of back and forth, sharing information, sharing data of my energy consumption, understanding, you know, what goes on in my energy bill, why it is the way that it is, and again, how the solar company can help support your green initiative and to save money. So after I've sat down with my consultant, we then devised a plan where a site inspector came out to inspect the roof, and this is step number 2. The inspector made a assessment of how much roof space we'll need to cover exactly what the end goal is, or how much to harvest as far as solar energies go, because each panel can only absorb or harvest so much, right? And again, laws of economics, it has to make sense with supply and demand, how much we're using versus how much we're harvesting. Step 3, after all of the plans were agreed on, the company then started doing measurements and assessment of the roof. Is the roof in good condition enough for the solar panels and the workers to be able to hold them, and because they are going to hook them up in your roof, so there'll be some very, very minimal installation that happens, so they have to assess how good the roof is. Step number 4, step number 4, but concurrent, starting from the beginning, they are going to take care of the permitting and anything that we need with this city and county. So check with your local regulations about what actually you can leave it up to them. That's I wasn't as involved. All I know is that they did pull a certificate of work with the city and county, and this is very important just in case anybody complains, and it adds to the property values anytime you improve your home, and this is considered an improvement. That's why you have to get that certificate of or permit, if you will, because even though it's some argue it's not really an improvement, but you are changing the structure of the house, and therefore the city and county always want all of those done correctly. And again, this is also good for your home insurance purposes, because that means if everything's done correctly, then you'll be insured, business as usual, nothing will be impacted. So it's good practice, but yeah, Sunrun will take care of that for you. And then they'll schedule some time with you to install the panels, and that's the most exciting part, is when they start installing those panels. And then after all of those steps have been accomplished, it's literally a tag team between Sunrun, the solar company, yourself, the homeowner, and the city and county, or particularly the inspector from the energy company, your major, or whoever you're with. I'm with Excel, and so basically there are several folks from both the solar company and the Excel energy company and city and county. Basically they came over and inspected the work and certified the work, and then only then, when everything's all approved, can they actually literally switch the service on. So let me make a note of what that means. Does that mean only then will you start harvesting? No. Basically that's when you get all the approvals, and when they switch on or turn on the service, all it means is that's when you start getting billed. In my case, I'm only leasing the service. I didn't want to purchase the solar system outright. It's still too expensive. So, and of course, I'll briefly talk about why I chose to lease. Number one, it's $0 upfront. Like, I literally did not pay for a single thing. The only thing is, when you're leasing, you do pay the solar company, an X amount of money per month. But I mean, I'm very happy because it's neither gonna go up or neither, it's a flat a flat fee, if you will, which is still much lesser than what I was paying my energy company before. So that's why I chose leasing. In my other videos, I'll talk about the other options for how you can get the service, because I believe there's four ways you can get the solar service. So again, when that service is turned on, that means that's when the billing starts. But what I find exciting about that whole experience, so from the time that everything was approved and installed to that approval, you've been harvesting, you would have harvested so much solar, again, depending on geographical location, depending on the number of solar panels you have, depending on the direction of your house is as well. So anyway, that's my experience. And in the next few seconds here, when I start showing you my information about how much money I'm saving compared to what I was paying before, it's really eye-opening. Let's dive right in. So just to give you a highlight, in 2019, I'm showing you figures from 2019. Excel, or my energy company, has this service where it averages my entire billing cycle since basically when I moved. I'm going to tell you now, prior to the paying $160 a month, I was paying in the $200. Mind you, the house that I bought was a little old, and back then I didn't have that many improvements, so it wasn't as insulated. And again, being an old house, it was a cold house during the winters. But this is showing it from January to June, basically right before I had Sunrun. I was paying $150 per month, and again, before that I was paying much over it. But as you can see, the moment my service got turned on in July, I started harvesting solar energy, and that one was almost $150 negative. And of course, we're still using energy. There's just, you know, you can't not use energy. I do want to point out that this is exclusively electric, and make sure you're looking in your energy bill about, you know, the differentiation between electric and gas. And similarly with gas, I'm still getting billed by my energy company because, hey, we're all using gas. You know, if you have a fireplace and it's gas, you're going to get billed on that. If you have a gas powered water heater, you're also going to get billed on that. And you know, heater or HVAC system typically uses gas. So again, it just depends on what you're using. But in the winter, I mean, we're still using heater powered by gas. So moving to 2020, I'm showing you the energy charges that I have. I'm pretty sure compared to 2019, this graph is showing you the most that I've ever had to pay was less than $2, and that's in January, and less than $1.50 in February, and about $1.50 for March. And there's a reason why, is because that's still considered winter and we're still getting snow. So we're still using heavily, you know, the heater, the house heater, central heater, and it starts getting inverted again to negative as far as charges, that is, which means I'm harvesting more solar energy than how much I am running my energy through the utility company. So from April, May, June, July, you can see that I'm in the negative, which means I'm banking on those solar energies. And starting in August through September, actually just 2 months, my bill was literally under $1 or about $1 in those 2 months. And why? Again, the air conditioner system in the house is powered by electric, so, and I guess we ran out of credit during that time, but still less than $1 for those 2 months to use an actual electric energy. And then again, back to the negatives in October and November. And then of course December we start getting a lot more snow during that time, and it's been cold, so yes, we have the heater on. So these are my facts and figures, coming down again from paying between $150 to $200 per month on just the electric bill, not including gas. You can see that I'm saving a ton of money from paying that much all the way down to, you know, negatives. And of course I'll talk about this in my other videos, but what happens with all of these negatives? You're banking on them. At least that's the option that I chose. In my other video I'll talk about why I made that decision as opposed to getting a check from the utility company, because, you know, I'm sure you've heard of people saying, oh, your utility bill or your utility company can pay you. Well, yes, but again, I'll talk about that in my other video on why I chose to just keep banking on my solar. So yes, that's my experience. And again, don't forget to like my page or like this video. It helps the algorithm of the video to get found. Hopefully this information will help people, especially the promotional deadline of December 31st, 2020. So if you are interested, there's a link down below to collect a few pieces of information. Again, I'm not going to sell your information. I don't work for Sunrun or the solar company, but when you do, I get an incentive by making a referral. So thank you in advance. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks.